Hello, witch folk. Welcome to our coven.
We're angels on broomsticks.
We're a mother-daughter duo.
And we love the makeup. And we're bringing this guy back. I'm Kristen.
I'm Arne.
And I'm Evangeline. And yeah, today's another special episode featuring my cousin, your nephew.
My
Arne.
nephew, yes.
We're just going to be talking skincare. We've had a couple skincare episodes, but not for a while. And in this one, we'll be able to talk about a new skin type, a man, and that's it.
I'm not sure man is a skin type.
But a man who takes care of his skin is a type.
That's new.
Of man.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
that's what we'll be discussing today.
Yes. So, do you want to start?
I would love to start
Yes.
because this is something I do a lot more than makeup.
Yeah.
I have a morning routine and an evening routine, and they're a little bit different. One thing that I've learned is that my skin type is quite important in the routine. Mm-hmm. What kind of skin type do you have?
More dry, for sure. Like if I get out of a shower, it's just going tight. So
Yeah.
dry, but not when I was younger, it was bad.
I think
It's
the
not as
test is that if you wash your face and then you wait a certain amount of hours,
Yeah.
then you see if your skin is oily or dry.
Yeah.
That will kind of give you an indication of what skin type you have.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are many different products that you would use to accommodate for that skin type. And the first time that I learned that is when I started cleansing. Originally, I was using the CeraVe oily skin cleanser,
Oh.
which has salicylic acid in it.
Mm-hmm.
And my skin was very irritated and
Yeah.
dry. And so then I switched to the normal to dry hydrating cleanser by CeraVe, and I noticed an immediate improvement in the hydration levels of my skin.
I'm the same. Like if I'd be using that, my skin would be so irritated. Oh yeah, I'm sensitive. You're not.
Yeah, I am very sensitive.
Then how are you tolerating all?
So the whole journey, it's, I'm on month, let's say 5 of my retin-a journey. And for the first couple of months, I was using it very improperly. And that's why retin-a is a prescription skincare ingredient.
Yeah.
Because if you use it improperly, your
Yeah.
face will fall right off.
So, what are you talking about? You went to a doctor or something? You were saying?
So I didn't go to a doctor.
No, you went to the internet.
I went to the internet, like most of us do. And these days, you can get prescriptions for certain things on the internet. And so I went to Felix. I think the website is felixforyou.com. And what you do is you enter, some information about your skin, the goals that you're trying to reach. You upload photos. And an actual doctor does review your application. But because this is a fairly common prescription, they just want to make sure that you have the resources that you need and the education that you need to be able to use it right. And they will fill your prescription right from the internet, deliver it to your home. It's also it's something that's insurable if you have insurance. And I knew it was something that I wanted to add to my routine that was beyond the things that you can get over the counter.
Yeah.
What was
based
your
on-
goal, though?
So my goal for this year is to get my skin as good and even as it possibly can get without anything more invasive.
Would you mind sharing your age?
I'm 36.
You're 36.
I'm 36, and a lot of people would say like I'm really behind on starting certain things.
You're never too old.
You're never too old and you're never too young. The thing about Botox, for example, is that if we want to talk about that, which is maybe another episode, not skincare related, but I've been trying to push it back as late as possible without missing the positive effects of its preventative style of medication. It prevents wrinkles by literally like freezing your face from entering these dynamic, constantly
Paralyzing your muscles.
Yeah, but constantly emphasizing those dynamic wrinkles, right? Which over time become static wrinkles, right? So that's where your crow's feet comes in. That's where the lines on your forehead come in from repeatedly generating wrinkles by expressing your face. And so it stops the expression of your face. So hopefully you don't get these static wrinkles. And I want to stay expressive. I want
True.
people to be able to read my face and have a more natural look. So I wanted to get as far as I possibly could just by using skincare.
Yeah. I think that that's a great thing to do. Because people, can...
You can overdo it
Overdo.
very easily, and it's very addictive. And the more you do, the more you want, and you return to your doctor 6 months later, and you say, "Well, I see, freeze it harder, freeze it, more units," and becomes this addictive thing where not only is it expensive, but then you lose a lot of expression in your face.
My thoughts too on that, as well as like if you do your skincare every day, you have a regimen and you do it every day, you don't have to go to the doctor or the esthetician. Because I have friends who are like my age and they're more wrinkly, and they go, "What do you do, Kristen?" And I tell them the things you do, and you have to do it, and they don't.
It is a regimen.
And
Skincare takes a long time to see effects.
Yeah.
Right? Botox, a couple of weeks. Skincare, a year.
People need to be way more patient with their skincare. Because I think they buy a product and give it like a couple weeks, and they're like, "Why isn't it working?" And it's like...
Or it's making my face too dry. Well, then take it easy.
Yeah. Instead of just like ditching it or like, "Let me buy a different product now."
Yeah.
I think in general, just skincare needs to be... Because like influencers are constantly pushing new products too.
Yeah.
It's like it can be simple, and you just should stick with stuff. As long as your skin isn't getting
And
like
you should
super
also understand that
irritated.
with different seasons, brings different. Because you were asking what's their skin type.
Yeah.
Like I can't even tell you my skin type because it'll be dry in the winter, but not dry in the summer.
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah.
And
that
then-
also has to do a lot with like relative humidity and like the
Yeah.
environment
So-
stuff. So if you're in a we're located in Canada where it gets very dry in the winter, maybe that's a time to change up your routine and focus more on hydration rather than, some other actives that you may be kind of pushing towards.
That's what I do.
But then you could play a little bit more with, I think, like retinols, because you're not getting as much sun exposure.
yes.
It's a good time to
Yeah.
start introducing.
That's when I do
Definitely a
my
good
my
time to start.
retinols
Yeah.
in the winter, almost on the daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is also good to cycle through different products and change up your routine. I think if your skin is getting too accustomed to receiving the same actives all the time, they may be a little bit less effective,
I've
or you're
noticed
not
that.
getting as much of an effect that you want to see. So changing it up, and there's also a lot of skincare ingredients that are not compatible with each other, like
tell us
niacinamide and
Yeah.
vitamin C's.
Okay, why? What's that?
I've heard niacinamide
Oh,
is...
I'm not a doctor.
Oh, okay. Nice.
There's some in particular that, you really
There are
don't
some,
use.
they say
Oh.
don't use vitamin C with a lot of different products.
Yeah.
And so maybe you do want the effects of vitamin C. So use that for a couple of months and drop the other products. It's also a lot easier to keep up with a regimen if it's more manageable.
Yeah.
If you have a 13-step
Yes.
skincare regimen,
God.
then it's too hard to keep up with,
That's
and you're not going to do
insane.
it.
Yeah, you're
and
not.
something that you're doing a little bit more consistently, and not saying, "I'm too tired to do this tonight, so I'm not going to start this 13-step routine."
geez.
You just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Well, if it was 2 steps,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do it.
you can.
And you should
can do
always, always brush your teeth and wash your face or do your skincare. Always. I
Especially
don't
if
care
you're
what-
wearing makeup.
And floss. Sorry.
It's
Flossing
wild to me.
is-
Some people don't brush their teeth before bed, or take off their makeup sometimes.
I don't
I've never done
understand
that once.
I did it once when I was 24 and I was
Yeah.
drunk and I drank some kind of green liquid and I woke up on the floor with my face in it.
Vomit? Did you
Chartreuse.
vomit it up? or
I
just-
vomited it up and
God,
How very
that's
how very
danger.
70s of you.
it was 80s.
It was the 80s.
Yeah, it was 1986.
That's scary.
Mm.
Yeah.
See, that's never happened. As
Oh,
drunk
yeah.
as I've been, the teeth have been brushed
23.
and the face
Yes.
has been washed.
And I've ever since, and I've drank a lot,
Yeah.
but I've always brushed, even flossed. I don't even skip the floss. Ask my dentist. I went there yesterday.
He said, "Good job."
Good job. No receding.
So back to skincare.
It's all related.
Back on topic. You want to talk morning routine, evening routine?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah.
So morning routine,
Yeah.
I always start with a cleanse.
Yeah.
Cleanse twice a day. Just get all the debris off.
Yeah.
And then I will choose
What do
to
you
do.
cleanse with that CeraVe?
So I'll cleanse with the CeraVe hydrating cleanser, and I try and keep it simple in the morning. And so now I'm on the buffet with copper peptides by The
Yeah.
Ordinary, and I just find it's easy because it has peptides, niacinamide,
Yeah.
various hyaluronic acids that will moisturize, minimize pores. It's an
Yeah.
all-in-one
Yeah.
active, and it just makes it easy in the morning because I'm probably going somewhere, might out of the shower, I gotta get dressed. One active is enough, and then I will always seal it with a CeraVe facial moisturizer, and this one has SPF. I think it's hugely important to wear sunscreen every day,
Yeah.
and I think any dermatologist will say sunscreen every day, cloudy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The sun is what's doing the most environmental damage to your skin.
It's like the expression lines that you do every day. You lift in your eyebrows. It's like it adds up over time. Same concept.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've all seen that trucker who
Oh yeah.
half his face
Yeah.
was all fucked up because of the sun.
Yeah.
Oh, it was this side because he was British, so he drove.
Oh.
Right. Yeah.
And it was the worst.
Yeah,
There's a
I mean,
blue
there's
guard.
like studies on studies on studies, and that's like the number one thing. And then in the evening, I'll come back to the hydrating cleanser, and then my active for the evening now is a niacinamide. And so that helps with the irritation.
Yeah.
It helps with pore size, and it's a good thing to layer. Some people say it's a good thing to layer under a retinol or retin-a or retinoid, whatever retinoid you're choosing to use, because it'll help prevent, irritation. Retin-a can be a very, very irritating product.
Yeah.
And when I first started using it, I would only use about a pea-sized amount and apply it all over the place. But I would notice after a couple of days, my face would be peeling. I would be very red. It was very irritating. And I thought it was maybe an adjustment phase. But it ended up going on for so long that I thought I couldn't be doing this right. My
Yeah.
skin can't be that different from other
Yeah.
people's where I'm losing my face to this thing. And so then what I started doing is I would mix in half a pea-sized amount of retin-a into the moisturizer
Yeah.
and apply them together, and the moisturizer would kind of dilute the product a bit and buffer it, and also keep my face moisturized at night. And I use a different moisturizer for the evening. It's the CeraVe Evening Moisturizer, which has more niacinamide in it, hyaluronic acids, the heavy hitters of the skincare regimens. Just keeping it simple like that and repeating it every day. My skin has gotten used to retinol, and I've noticed, I'm only 5 months in, my pore size, around here where it used to be much larger, is minimizing. My fine lines are being minimized. It's something that helps in collagen production, so my face, it's plumped out a little bit more. It's
Yeah.
more even.
I've been
it's
doing
great.
because you talked about that moisturizer thing, because sensitive skin, the retinol, I felt like I was struggling, but I do it on top of moisturizer. It's called a retinol sandwich.
It's a retinol sandwich.
When you do that, because
Yeah.
you're creating a barrier, but you can get some of, it's not going to be as
But sometimes you
strongly
want
effective,
to
but you want it,
throttle
though.
back some of
Yeah.
these actives
Yeah.
because, especially at first, they
Yeah.
could be too strong for you.
Yeah.
And until your skin is getting used to it,
Yeah.
you need to actually pull back a little bit.
Yeah.
You need to also take days off.
Oh,
Not where you're not
100%.
like cleaning, but you're not using those actives, and you're allowing your skin barrier
Yeah.
to kind of replenish itself, heal itself.
Yeah.
You don't want to, that's one of the most important things is your skin barrier,
Yeah.
right? You want that to be as strong as possible.
Exactly.
And these active ingredients are, actively destroying it.
Yeah.
So you want to take care of that as well.
Destroying the skin barrier. That's what
Yeah.
we do. With
Do you do slugging?
with like the Vaseline and the thick.
Yeah.
I've tried it a couple times, and I don't know. I felt like it almost did contribute to a bit of breaking out. Like it caused a bit too much of a
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the
situation.
thing about slugging is, it's
Yeah.
creating this impenetrable barrier
Yeah.
where overnight while you're sleeping, nothing can come in and nothing can come out. And so, if you haven't cleansed thoroughly enough, or you haven't, whatever actives are laying underneath may actually be too active because they don't, there's only one way to go, and it's inside your skin as opposed to exiting outside your skin.
Yeah.
It could be too strong. I'll do slugging sometimes after I'll do salicylic acid mask.
Yeah.
And, I'll clean out those sebaceous filaments in my skin and make sure everything is clean. And then a very light active, but I wouldn't use it with a retin-a because that would just be too strong.
It's a bad sandwich. You don't want the retinol under.
The
Retinol's the
slugging.
bread. The retinol's the bread. It's on top. It's not the
Yeah.
meat of the sandwich.
But it is the
Yeah, that'd
key.
be bad.
It is the key ingredient.
It's the key.
It's the key.
It's the key to life. I have the Inky List one. I've just kind of started on it.
Yeah, so it's good to start with a retinol.
Yeah.
So there's the
there's
retinoid
different ones.
family
Right.
is comprised of retinols, retinaldehyde, and retin-a.
Wow.
And so your skin, if you apply a retinol, it will then be converted to a retinaldehyde, which will then be converted to a retin-a,
Yeah.
which is in its pure form, which is what
Yeah.
your skin actually uses.
Which is this?
And so,
A retin-a?
and this is the pure form that I have, the tretinoin, retin-a, everyone knows it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, as you're converting the product, you're losing a bit of efficacy, right? So a lot of the over-the-counter stuff, you're using 1% retinol, sort of thing. It's not nearly as strong as this 0.25% retin-a because you have all those conversions to do before your skin can actually use it. And so that's why it's considered to be a little more safe to use, and you can buy that over the counter, and it's almost in every product now.
Yeah.
Right? It's featured everywhere.
It's like hyaluronic acid. It's showing up everywhere.
It's everywhere.
and everything.
Yeah.
Mother?
I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. No, I'll just go by my night routine, and I do a double cleanse because we have to remove our makeup. So I use a cleansing balm. I have just started one that I actually really love, and it's Physician's Formula. And it just softens. Yeah, it's really great. Drugstore.
Yeah.
And I've used all kinds of cleansing balms, like Drunk Elephant, the ones from Sephora. What's that brand?
Pharmacy?
Huh? Yeah, Pharmacy. I love pharmacies. Yeah, I have that going. But I cleanse that, and then I use my favorite cleanser, which is Tatcha, and it's the one with the little tiny physical exfoliants, but it's very gentle. But then I started to do skin resurfacing with the Dennis Gross. You get them at Sephora, and they're in little handy wipes. So you do step 1, step 2. This is complicated, and I don't necessarily recommend it because it's complicated, and I don't do it on the daily.
Yeah.
But you just do the first wipe, and it's just like a handy wipe. Wait 2 minutes. Get your pajamas on. Moisturize your hands, and then you're ready for the second wipe. And then I put my retinol is Luna Sunday Riley. It's a oil, like a sleeping oil. It's called a sleeping oil. It's Sunday Riley Luna sleeping oil.
I think most people wouldn't be able to handle that exfoliating.
Do you moisturize? Did I miss that part?
The oil is my moist.
Okay.
It's so
Retinol
moist.
oil.
You're so oily.
Yeah.
When I put on the color.
Yeah.
You can't forget your neck.
No.
You can never forget your neck.
Dears, don't be like me. Yeah, you have to do your titties and your neck.
Yeah. They say go all
Yeah.
the way.
Titties, neck.
Well, because a lot of people just apply to the face
Yeah.
and forget to go down the neck. And it's not, the biggest issue over a couple of months, but if you're doing that for years and years and years,
Yes,
40
dears.
your skin, your face and your skin will look different than your neck.
Yeah.
And it will give away your age.
Yeah.
And then also,
The neck always tells. I'm cool with
Oh,
it.
do the hands?
I love the
Oh, I never
crazy
even
hands.
thought
I think
about that.
I'm into it.
my products kind of spill over onto my hands.
Yeah.
But I like
But
having
that's something
veiny
also
old-
not to forget,
I like having veiny
especially
old
with
hands.
sun damage. You
well,
don't want to have
your
sun
hands are
damaged
going to be
hands.
veiny no matter what.
It's fabulous. It makes you look witchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm into it.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to have veiny old hands, and I've got them now. Yes.
I've always wanted that. Dreams.
Oh, and so in the morning, since I feel clean, I just use the micellar water on a pad.
Yeah.
And then I put a vitamin C, the one from Inculist, the serum, and then a moisturizer, whatever I have. I have so many moisturizers when I was a boxy charmer.
Moisturizer of the day.
Just something moist.
But no SPF.
Oh, and then the SPF will go, and then the makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, SPF is after moisturizer.
Yes.
And I like the Super Goop, not
The glow screen.
the glow screen, but I got a new one, the one that doesn't give you a cast.
What do you think?
Unseen.
Do you use a chemical SPF or a
I believe these ones are mineral ones.
mineral?
Yeah.
I don't know what I use. I do the...
So you can tell the difference. Because mineral SPFs
Yeah.
don't blend in. And they stay like chalky
Oh, no.
and white. It's literally physically protecting
like
your
zinc
face from zinc.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whereas a chemical SPF will blend a lot easier. And for me, because I'm not wearing a face of makeup, I can't stand
Yeah, I mean...
the mineral ones. Like, for example, The Ordinary has an SPF.
Yeah.
No,
But
it
I
doesn't.
find when I put it on,
The white cast.
the white cast
Yeah.
is just, you can't, and because I'm not wearing makeup
Yeah.
and not
Yeah.
covering it up.
No,
Yeah.
we don't like
Okay, I
that.
don't think I do that. I have La Roche-Posay,
Yeah.
the classic one. It's
But when you're
in.
going
Mm-hmm.
on a vacation, I would give shite what I have if I'm glowing white. And that's when I don't do retinol either. Like, I'll take a break. Have to cleanse, and you got to
Yeah.
get rid of your sunscreen. So my morning is really simple. I don't even touch water.
I don't
I know,
cleanse
it's-
in the morning because
and I shower at night.
sensitivity.
Because I don't want to go to bed dirty. I don't understand people who don't
But
shower
you have
at
a
night.
bidet now. Now you know the way that people clean.
Yeah, but still, you shower at night, your feet and everything's
No, but
dirty.
then you sleep on wet hair, and it's not a good situation.
No, but then you sleep in dirt.
All the dirt.
Well,
and
I don't think your
grime.
hair stays wet for that long.
Well, mine sure does. It's like 3 hours.
So that's our life. And what about you? What's your
Me?
regime?
Mine's been the
regimen?
same for a long time. The only, morning, I just do water, and then I have this toner, a licorice toner. It smells really good. For sensitive skin, put the toner on, and then a really light helping of moisturizer, because if I do too much, it's like coming through my makeup. And then sometimes I'll do vitamin C under the moisturizer, just 2 drops from The Ordinary. And then at night, I have those, I love those makeup erasers with micellar water. Get the makeup off, then I use an Aven cleansing oil, which is for sensitive skin. And then I will use a niacinamide from The Ordinary. That one I like to have sort of damp hands and helps it rub in. And I find it helps with like redness, acne. And recently I discovered these little acne patches. They're like these little round things. And you, boop, if you're like breaking out one day and
Did you find that on TikTok?
I saw it on, not TikTok exactly, but like on social media influencers on Instagram.
Yeah.
I found it's not like, oh, it's gone, but it's like the damage is,
Yeah. So I
it's
think
disappearing.
I think it just has like a very little bit of an active product in it,
Yeah.
whether it's salicylic acid or
it's
whatever, and it just traps it in for
Exactly.
an overnight period of time.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just like, apply it to your face, it may rub off on a pillow
Yeah.
or whatever. So
And it's got like aloe too, so it's not like just. So it's like if you had like an event, like you're getting married, like the week before, just be flying those things on any little blemish and you're good to go. And then I'll do my moisturizer, and then some nights I'll do the retinol on top of the moisturizer. It's the only way I can do it, because otherwise it's just, my skin gets so irritated. And especially actually right around here, which is where I'd like to shrink the pores, but I find it gets so irritating.
So here, under your eyes, is your skin is a lot thinner
Yeah, I can tell.
than other parts of the face, and
Yeah.
so because it is so thin, that active ingredient kind of like affects more. It goes a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
And so what you can try and do is go around that area, and then as you're kind of finishing up,
Yeah.
you're naturally like moisturizing, moving it around. The stuff that you applied here will kind of float to here
yeah?
as you're
Okay.
kind of rubbing it in. So
Yeah.
don't apply directly to that sensitive part, but it will make its way around your face.
Yeah.
And it'll do its job.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Good. I'm not going to directly apply it there anymore.
Yeah.
It's not good for me. It's not a good situation.
And what do you think of eye creams? Specialized eye creams.
I don't use them.
No.
Whenever I've used
don't
them, I
care.
don't notice
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
From what I understand, it's a more expensive version of a regular cream
Yeah.
that you
It
could
is.
you use for your face. So like
Yeah.
it's not really any different. It's just packaged smaller and sold to be more expensive.
Yeah.
So whatever you're applying to your face will work on your
Yeah,
eye
for
area,
sure.
Yeah.
right? So you don't really need to invest in those more expensive products.
Sometimes I just, because I do Vaseline on my lips at night, I'll sometimes put it around my eyes, and I find that's really nice, actually. It's like a mini slug situation right here. That's good. Because I've had eczema on my eyes before. That's uncomfortable. So just, getting a lot of moisture around there. Yeah. Is that it? Is that all? Is that all she wrote?
I think I covered mine.
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. We
Nice.
had a lesson in retinol, retin-a today.
No. Yeah.
Let us know in the comments down below your skincare these days. Have you been using retinols? Has it been working out for you? Have you gotten the men's in your life into some skincare? We'd like to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice to have you, Arne.
Thanks for having me.
You should come back.
Well,
and we'll do
we can do a Halloween episode
Halloween
maybe.
episode.
Yeah, we should, but it's not Halloween for a long time.
Yeah.
We want you back earlier.
All right.
Maybe Easter.
We should an Easter.
It can be Easter
do
bunny.
an Easter
All right.
bunny.
Yeah.
Mick.
I'd love that.
Yeah, okay. All right.
All right, I think that's it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Stay witchy, stay. Have a good week. Bye,
Bye,
witches.